Hey everybody, it's Ren. Um, me rocking my very lovely dry shampooed hair. I woke up at about 4:30 this morning. I've been sleeping on our couch because apparently I'm guessing our bed is too soft and it's hard for me to go to sleep at night when I already have something going on with my system and it's still being fixed. I've been to naturopaths, doctors. We still don't 100% know what my diagnosis is or if I even have one. 20 something years of dealing with it, which is basically my whole life. Um, still don't know. Still don't know. And the smile on my face right now is very pushing myself to be smiley and positive, and um it's been hard. I think the last video I made was in October, and even right now this is a stretch for me. I'm a very very to myself person. I don't share a lot of the time. I'm very, as you can tell when I look away from the camera a lot, I'm very introverted. My husband's an extrovert, and I like to tell people, I am an extroverted introvert. He kind of helped me become that way, but for the most part, I'm still very to myself. Don't like talking about myself, but I feel like as long as I'm struggling and going through stuff, I've got 23 years of sickness, you know, under my belt, and it's basically been my whole life. So, I'm pushing myself. It's definitely not for me. I mean, it is in a way of therapy, almost being able to share good days and bad days, good moments and bad moments, and I'm hoping my editing skills will get a lot better, and I'll actually get a better phone camera, whatever, one day, because I just have a cheap Android right now, which was very, very cheap to pay off. Um, I still have a lot of inflammation. I still have a lot of weight on me that's causing breathing issues that I would like to get gone because normally I am a very active person. I like to be active, but when you have chronic vertigo, that very much hinders most of almost anything you can do for the most part. And so I've got years of clutter I'm still trying to get rid of because I'm the type of person I cannot relax with clutter. I cannot think artistically with clutter. I can't think straight with clutter. It's just not my thing. And so, like, look at it. This is dry shampoo. My hair is already dry most of the time anyway, so oh well. We're growing it back out from the pixie cut I had. That was a mistake. But yeah, I just wanted to give an update. I'm probably, I'm gonna work on editing more, making more videos, and I know there's a lot of people out there who suffer in silence like I do. Um who go through guilt, depression, um feeling useless, unworthy, a waste of space, waste of time, uh anything and everything that can come along with an illness. Um, Feeling guilty because there's not a lot you can do. You've made plans with people, but you have to break them and give yourself grace because you cannot get up or you're too physically unable to. You've got a migraine, you're depressed, whatever health issues it could be, or even mental. And then, for caretakers, my husband. ever since we got married, when we were teenagers, he took on the role of main carer for me when he was able to and around, of course, especially at my times of my worst um bouts hitting me, like one that hit in 2017 in July. I couldn't take myself to the bathroom. I couldn't get up myself. Couldn't do anything for myself. And so when he was at work, he would drop me off at my parents' house and they would take over. And my parents had done it my whole life anyway. And so I'm grateful to have a husband who actually cares and didn't just leave as a teenager. You know, young men being young men. And no, it's not been easy. It's not been easy at all. It's not been easy at all. But I've seen a lot of support groups and YouTube pages where people just, they have something, they don't feel good, but it tends to get better. Well, for me, it's always come back. It's never fully gotten better. And so, and here I am on my couch with my dogs. They woke me up at 4 this morning, couldn't go back to sleep. Drank some coffee to try to get energy. Real bad idea. Had to take some medicine to chill me out. Now I'm tired again. Hopefully I will get some stuff done today because the clutter is driving me insane. What's hard with having chronic vertigo being one of my main issues is I am also very much an outdoor person. I don't love being inside all the time. I love hiking, I love fishing, I love swimming, I love traveling. And if any of you have vertigo, traveling's very hard. Thankfully, I have not gotten car sickness, nausea since I was a kid. Generally, I had it really bad. I would always have to lay across the back seat with a pillow and the seatbelt across me and a blanket over my head and go to sleep. Or else I would just be excruciatingly sick. And so, I've had a lot of changes, changed up my diet a lot. That's helping a good bit. Still struggling with old habits that, probably a lot of people with issues like mine go through. So really it's just a channel for people who are suffering just in general. No hateful comments, please. And be wise about your advice if you're going to share any. I've heard it all, every bit of it. And a lot of it either doesn't work or you've tried it and it doesn't work or it's just mean and you don't know but you're trying to be nice, but it hurts for us and also carers. I mean, everyone's always like, oh, one of my favorite YouTubers, Jessica Kelgren Fozard, she's very chronic, really disabled. And she did a video on how people say her wife is such an angel and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, no, 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 she's not. Just because she takes care of me because I'm disabled doesn't make her an angel. She's not always great. She's her wife and she loves her, but she's not an angel by any means all the time. No one is, and that's a hard thing for a carer to live up to too. That's a hard thing to try to that's a big bar to try to get up to. I'm doing a lot of rambling. It's really hard for me to talk in front of a camera. It's really hard for me to talk in general. So maybe I'll loosen up as time goes by. Maybe we'll figure this out. I've got some really bad, lovely breakouts and inflammation, butterfly kiss, as it's called, when you get redness through here. That's a major sign of internal and gut inflammation. And then any amount of sugar, too much sugar, or carbs, or anything that's not just mostly lean protein and vegetables and such, breakouts. So we just, uh, my body's having havoc right now. Not as bad as it was in 2017 through 2018, almost 2019. That was bad. But slowly getting better. Did have a lot of first time really bad coping mechanisms for the first time in my life. Didn't go well. Cutting that habit. And so I mean, channel updates will be to come if anybody even cares. We'll do videos on all kinds of things: travel, um, living with chronic illness, being the carer of a chronic illness, probably from my husband's point of view, or my mom, or my dad, or uh, our entrepreneurship, careers, just health updates, and tips, info, just whatever. And if you have any questions you want to know about, just leave comments. And again, I say in the comment section, please be nice. And I'm not going to ask, I'm kind of telling, be nice. Because nobody likes a troll, and nobody likes dealing with harsh comments from people who really don't understand what somebody's going through. I have almost zero tolerance for that at this point. And I love people. I really do. And I pray every day to be more and more like Christ and love people and pray for them like he did on the cross when he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." That's hard sometimes when you've got people that think they know everything and how to fix you and what you should and should not do and this and that. And just if it's not constructive in a nice, good way, just please don't say anything. It is very well respected among with me, and probably the people, if any, that will be watching this that suffer too, or helping someone suffer. By the way, also, if you've, got cancer, you're helping someone with cancer. I mean, you've, you're an amputee, you've lost a limb, or you're born genetic deformity. I mean, this page is really just for everyone. And yes, my voice is a little sore. I have, as you can tell with that's me straight on, deviated septum. This side's almost completely closed up. Also, with the inflammation, my sinus drainage holes are this big. Usually they should be that big, so my sinuses don't easily drain out of my head. And if I don't drink enough fluid in a day, they stay there. All the yuck stays there, and I sound like this. And for someone who likes music and to sing, it's almost a form of torture. But anyway, so I'm going to try to get through this day. See my husband tonight that I haven't seen for a couple days because he was out of town for his job. And I love you guys. I truly do. I'm praying for you. I love you all. And Ren signing out. Bye, guys.